right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters. Always powered by coffee and whiskey. That's right. Tonight it's whiskey. Yeah, Brandon says, "Fuck yeah, episode 1,000. You betcha. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas to one and all. Ho ho ho! Woo to the 1,000. That's right. Mary, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dolphin Guitar. That's great. Out of all honesty, I'm glad. I'm glad it took almost 15 years, ladies and gentlemen, to get to this point, and thanks to you guys, we've gotten there. Mm. So what this is? Apple Crown and ginger ale. Oh! I only drink this during the holidays. It is so nice. Hey, Paul, what's the weather there? Well, believe it or not, let's see. When I took the kid to work, 66. It got up to like about 72 this afternoon, and I heard it's gonna be nice and warm in the 60s at least through Sunday, and then guess what? Boom, 30 degrees on Monday. I'm like, oh God, this is why people get sick. Hi, Paul Sucker, the leader of the BC Island of Young Community, Sweet and Tender, Hooligan Toys Fact. That's right, dang it, that's right. That's right, Corporal Fred. Merry Christmas from Australia. Yes, it's Christmas Day right now where you're at, Brandon. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. So, I got to tell you, we'll yippee yap. Thank you so much, out of all honesty. You guys are all too kind, and I mean that wholeheartedly. You're gonna go to the lake this weekend. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Brandon, you did not have to do that, but thank you seriously for the donation. Have a great Christmas with family, mate, and we will do that. That is absolutely sure. Hopefully, the same thing for you as well. And and yeah, that's right. You got good lake weather over there near OKC. That'll be great. But thank you kindly, seriously. That is always welcomed. Hell yeah, Brandon. Yes, 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 yes. I'll tell you. Uh, oh man, I forgot how good this is. I'm telling you, if you've never tried Apple Crown with ginger ale, some good shit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I don't think I've had a drink since last year around this time when I was drinking this stuff. Is it Christmas weather in your part of the world? Yeah, see anybody out there, tell us if you got the snow or the cold or whatever the heck. Thank you very much, Lisa. I'll tell you. And you were one of the early ones, you know. I mean, when it came to that whole live stream thing, I mean, I'm never going to really honestly forget the original four. Richard the Music Maniac, Groovy Lisa, Mason, and me. Okay, and I always liked that little group, always have, and we've kind of we still are there, aren't we? In our own ways. It's muggy and cloudy here. Oh yeah, that's right, because you've got summer down there. That's why. Yes, thank you, Tino, very very much. Good, yeah, good times. That's right. And you know what? We tonight we're going to do a little bit of everything. I wish it would go back to 2020. Well, yes and no. 2020 was such a turmoil year, not only because of the COVID, but I had lots of other crap going on that just, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, so I figure we'll yip yap for another minute or two, but I had some people privately request me to go off and play some clips of some of the people that are no longer here with us on the island of VC Misfit Toys. Well, they're always going to be here on the island of VC Misfit Toys. Christmas weather here in New England. Yes, that's always beautiful in New England, I bet you. I've never been up there. Hey, Matchstick, how you doing? I mean, I wish the streams were well. Yeah, yeah, I agree on that. I don't want. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I kind of wish, truthfully, that my streams went back to about a year and a half ago when everybody was up here and well, relatively, every there wasn't any drama. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully tonight, we can I'd like to fill the boxes tonight with people. That would be kind of nice. My goal would be, of course, to fill all 10, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. But if we could have maybe a bunch of people up here tonight while we're doing this and just have some fun, for God's sakes, for a little while, that'd be absolutely wonderful. But I've got uh, I've got three different clips on the queue here in regards to, like I said, some people that unfortunately are no longer with us. And what I mean by that is Kevin, aka Beans, and Shenanigans, Shannon, who I cannot believe that, for Beans, I think it's going to be going on 3 years very soon here. And for Shannon, it's going to be a year on the 30th of January. 30th? Yeah, I think it's the 30th. Like, it's just, this, I don't know. It gets me a little loopy just thinking about all of this. In the words of Todd Rundgren, time heals wounds that no one can see, but sometimes those wounds take a damn long time to heal. I'm telling you right now. Food for thought, kids. Food for thought. So I thought we'd drop. Now I don't have a real. I mean, I've got a start point, but I don't really have a stop point. I just thought maybe I would play, until I don't feel like playing on these clips anyway. Everything okay? All right. Toby. Hey, Toby, I forgot. Was today treat day? I can't remember anymore. I don't know. Meow. She tried to escape earlier off the cat condo. Oh, come here. Come here, little precious. You have people that want to look at you just for a minute. Merry Christmas. Now, okay, so I gotta tell you. Well, I gotta tell you I gotta tell. Listen, you. She's pulling out the bag of treats. Ow, ow. Why are you going nuts over there? You're gonna kick my camera, so help me God. Keep it up there, cat. Keep it up. Yeah, I know. My cat got toys and catnip. Yeah, see, because Santa Cat showed up. Santa Cat, that's right. Santa Cat goes to all the houses of the good kitty cats. Well, he goes to all the cats' houses, but the good kitty cats get the catnip and the toys and stuff like that. And the bad cats, they get dog shit. Yeah, I don't know why it's dog shit and where Santa Cat gets the dog shit from. And Merry Christmas to you too. I love that song and album. Yes. Something else. Well, you got the cameo. It's probably about as good as you're gonna. Uh-oh. You're not tripping on my camera outfit. Not today. You go over there. That's right. Go sniff, sniff. Oh boy. All right. So was that you? Did you say something? Did you hear that? Oh. Anywho, so this first one here is an old clip. Some of you guys might have seen this before. Called Sunday Night Sam Squatch, and like I said, it's just there's not really any personal meanings to stuff. It's just thought I'd play clips of things that we haven't seen in quite a while.
So I want to jump into the story about my friend Doug. So this was a couple weeks ago, and he didn't exactly say where. It was either Arkansas or Missouri, is the best guess I have.
Yeah, that's her and
he
saying
goes into this
oh boy
shop.
Thank you, sir.
And he comes across this, except no, but says stereo on the top, and I'm like, and Doug's got 10 years more collecting experience on me, and I asked him the typical questions.
Thanks, James. Merry Christmas to you too.
It was a So from the appearance of everything, it okay. Hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, new to you, not so new to me.
This might have been her first appearance. I can't
Oh
quite
wait,
remember.
nudie. I'm not nudie.
New to you.
She is my wonderful.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
look.
back. That was back when
Okay,
we were together.
hang on. I'm gonna make you big,
No, don't make me big. I'm already BBW.
but that's the way I like it. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
James, thank you so
So,
much.
I don't
You are
know
too
how to work
kind.
this.
Honestly, Rose
Shit.
Murphy says hi. Ah, I love it.
But I can say,
Yes.
hang on. Hang on. Yeah, you know, I'm in bed.
Thank you.
I'm always in bed. Okay, so here we
Yes.
go. I have thumbed through so many of those albums, and that's where I found the Beatles one. Was it a Tom Jones rubbing up against?
Allergy meds were draining my wallet.
Oh
Hoping
man,
it would
what
cure
the
my
heck?
dog Minnie's obsessive
Really?
paw
They put an
licking
ad?
and scratching.
I don't
And
care
yeah,
if
it
it's
helped.
paw licking.
Tom Jones.
The
I
Beatles
would-
are rubbing up against Tom Jones.
Yeah, yeah. I was not happy about it.
Right? It's Japan.
Um,
It's
Did the
Christmas
no.
Beatles help
already.
themselves?
Don't even get me started.
Hey, Mike.
So I guess she's a bigger Tom Jones fan than the Beatles fan.
It's horrible.
It sounds like it's not
Mm.
unusual.
It's not unusual. Yeah. Don't
can't
even get
stop.
me started.
Anyways,
Well, see, now I
Not
have to sit up.
unusual to
Yeah.
find records in any sleeve. But da-da-da-da-da.
about right, Kev.
Well, you can ask Paul that. I gave him the Beatles one, and
She
I was
did.
so horrified when I pulled it out of the sleeve, and it wasn't the one that I thought it was. So I have gone through my grandmother's albums
geez.
over and over again, just to find. Wait, which way, left or right? Just to find that album, and I finally found it, rubbing up against Tom Jones. Okay, and not only that, I found Etta James rubbing up against Barbara Streisand.
I've got
That
that.
I would
image.
like
I'm
to
just
see.
saying,
But that's a whole different subject for another
Yeah.
time.
that's a whole different subject. I used to live in Austin, and my ex used to run jukeboxes, and so I have jukebox editions of Michael Jackson, you know,
Yeah, I
Thriller, and
remember that.
little things like that. But to go through the albums that I have just now to find that one Beatles album, it was like my heart just went.
Hmm.
My heart has problems, but when I found it, I'm like, okay, cool. Here you go, Paul.
Yay.
Let's
Here you
see
go,
it.
Psycho
Here we
Splatter.
go. Yeah.
Leave it for the rest of the world, you know. So there.
The
I also
suspense is
have.
killing me.
I also have several. What was his name? The hobo dude.
Boxcar Willie.
Boxcar Willie. I have given Mr. Psycho Platters a lot of my albums because I'm 57 and I just don't have the energy to move and take these albums and things with me. So I just wanted to put that out there. I have a lot of 45s. If anybody's still a fan of Heart, I have some British imports and things like that I would like to get, you know,
See if they're
put
big fans.
someplace
They'll be
where
crazy on
somebody
you.
would
She
love them.
did. She did. She had some.
So
nice
I'm going to
45.
end this now because my mom, yeah. So there.
No, you got to show us the album.
eh,
Which one?
The introducing the Beatles. We got to see. Did
He
we
has
already see it? Oh, he has the vinyl with the sleeve.
No.
I don't.
He has the cover, but no. See, my mom's up and running around the house, and no, I have to avoid her at all costs, mostly.
Oh,
He
But
did
But when she
too.
goes to sleep, I will, because I did find it,
hey,
and
and
I'm
remember
still
this,
appalled.
everyone.
I'm still appalled.
Folks,
Rubbing
accept no
against Tom
substitute.
Jones.
Don't be taken in by phony channels such as Crazy Discs or Nutty Plates. That's right. The only Psycho Splatters right here. And the wonderful, beautiful Shanny Annie,
Shanny
aka,
Annie.
AKA
But Paul-
Central Rebel.
But Paul, do you know if like it's a legitimate or a
It's
counterfeit?
legitimate. He knows it's legitimate.
Oh, it's legitimate.
Yeah.
It is. So I'm
Okay.
gonna just
All right.
in there.
Thank you.
You can get it tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, don't be a stranger.
I've
I love
seen the
this.
diamond-shaped dumplings, by
You
the way.
better get half used to this.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
razor was code for bra.
See, I never heard of that. A razor's slang for bra. All right.
Scroll, bitches.
Hmm.
Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, honey.
Wow, she's feisty. I like that.
She's my new one.
This is so true.
So you have a
I'm gonna
legitimate
put
like
that out
first.
there.
You have a legitimate like first press of introducing the Beatles.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that, damn it, because now
Well, of course you are. That's the most valuable one.
but let me get to Doug's story.
We'll get
and then I
off
wanna
of this in
backtrack
a
just for
minute
2
here,
seconds.
gang.
I appreciate the 8 people that are here. Mike, I'm glad you pay attention. I'm not going into it. Me and the goth one are still friends. There was just
We still
too
are.
much stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot happier. I mean, my heart skips beats here. Anyways, so Doug goes into the shop, goes off and sees behind the counter. You didn't stir up anything, Mike. You were just asking. So, stereo version 2, though,
No.
introducing. And I'm like, did you run all the tests? He goes, spindle test pass, Paul. Honey test? Now, I don't know if how many of you people know about the honey test?
Yeah, the little notch in the printing. Yeah.
I go, pass the honey test? Yes. Matrix? Yes. $35. He has a genuine stereo. I cannot wait to when I go over to his house next to listen to it. Version 2 introducing. Now, on the version 1, which of course, as we've already previously, and I'm not going to go over everything, but has this for a back. 8,000? I could be wrong on that. 8,000
Yeah, just got a lot more gray area.
copies mono, 2,000 stereo. Got slipped out before the injunction from Beechwood Music. So yeah, and it's just cool. Damn it, our hobby is so awesome, especially Beatles stuff. Actually, Mike.
Anyways, so how about that for a beans and shenanigan moment, huh? But that was the first appearance, to my knowledge, on video of Shannon. Now, just to give some postscripts, we never got the album, the vinyl. Shannon's mom hid the vinyl. I don't know why. And even after Shannon died, and I respectably gave, a couple months later, I happened to bump into her and I said, hey, she wouldn't answer me on the question. So I probably will never see that album. Must have stereo printed on the labels to be authentic. And like I said, I'm not the one that bought it, so Doug did. So I'd have to. Actually, what's funny is that I never did get a chance to hear that. I saw it, just never heard it. Hey, Eric, I see we have you in the past and present all at the same time. I know, right? Yeah, Beans is from the past. That video was taken 3 years ago. And, yeah, we definitely miss Shannon and Beans, that's for sure. The thing is, is that I miss them and I love them both. Now, this next one, this next one here is a highlight from last year. This actually was one of my more requested clips. Oh my God. I think if you watched this last year, I almost had the boxes full again on this one. And well, you know what? I'm not even going to bother telling you. We're just going to go into it, but the title should give you a hint. Let the never-ending Christmas music begin. The roast of Richard. That's right. Remember this episode, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. If you do, beautiful. If you don't, you're gonna know what this is all about. Now, I kind of timed it slightly before that, so you're gonna have to listen to some of this before that point. But here we go. Richard, I love you. This is a good sport, but this is one of my favorite clips, and I thank you for this.
I had a butcher cover once, and I sold it like before the whole record thing exploded.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I sold it for an auction on eBay, and God damn, I mean, it was a pristine copy.
Ooh.
It went for like 27.
And it's not
I
me
would
that's
cash
asking
app
it,
him
Nick.
$5 to show me his
But
butt.
today, that would have taken off, paid for the rest of my house.
Yeah, that would have
Jesus.
gotten you like
Yeah,
50,000.
easily, Nick.
I'll
Easily.
tell you what, about 13 years ago, I sold a sealed mono copy of Magical Mystery Tour. And literally, it went for $900 13 years ago. I wish I still had that, what it would be today.
I know you would have got a lot more money.
No, it was UK.
Oh
No, I mean, like, yeah. Ooh.
There you go.
No, actually, they didn't come out as a full LP on in the U.S. Only.
Is that an original, Richard, or is that a reproduction?
I'll tell you what, the bidding war was insane.
I was
only
hoping
put it up for,
Babe
I
would
put
be
it up for
right.
$99 and went to $950.
Because your butcher cover, your butcher cover looks legit. It doesn't look like it's the pillable butcher cover.
I would like to know how much he paid for that.
How much did you pay, Richard? Be honest.
Beatles. That's pretty good. I like to play on words.
Yeah,
Beats the Beatles.
I was told that was a third state.
This is a third state one?
You know what? Let's get that a little closer to the camera there, Macca. Huh?
You can see a little bit of the glue residue probably if it's a third state, right?
Yeah. It was like pillable.
No, that's just one of those.
Thank
flicks.
you. And congrats on your 1100.
Nick just wants to knock his dick in the dirt.
So we need to know, is that a butcher cover?
I'll give you
Is that a
$5
butcher
for it,
cover,
Richard.
Nick, or is that a reproduction? What do you think?
I think it's a repro. Who am I?
Yeah, 'cause I looked at it and I was like, that's too clean.
Yeah,
That's too
There's
clean.
I have a
nothing
picture
around the
cover as
edges,
well.
like no, like.
So I guess
capital
this
or
is my
nothing.
best one of the evening.
Oh, poor Richard. You crushed his dreams.
Well, I mean, didn't I don't want to mention the name of the person, but wasn't there someone who was making repros just for collector's items for people in the recent?
Oh, yeah, there's always that stuff.
Yeah, I think there was someone who was making them, but
Can I look
Thank
at it
you,
one more
Brian.
time? I'm sorry.
Como
Can you put up
arigato,
the
Mr.
screen again?
Ravato.
Please.
I mean,
Oh boy.
I had a second state butcher cover about 5 years ago,
uh-huh.
and I sold mine for almost $600. It went for like $575.
Wow.
Second state.
Bastard.
Hey, Paul, can you make me big for a second?
Dave said,
Yeah,
Nick will give you
getting
$10 for
nauseous
Richard
looking at
after he gives the
Guys,
170 to
I
Shannon. For
Blair
Nichols.
Witch
Damn.
Project there.
I would love
also
to have
own
one.
a,
I don't even
I
care
also
what
own a
state
Butcher
anymore.
cover.
I'm talking about an LP, not the
Yeah,
CD.
I got that.
Well, this is a mini LP replica, so
That's
that's
what sounded
Willow
like the
was so
beginning of
excited he
Squealy.
coughed his brains out.
Woo! Somebody took a Mino rip. I heard that cough. Hold it in. Hold
That's
it
for
in.
Richard James.
copy of that, Mason.
That's for you,
I
Richard
mean,
James.
it's cool
Okay,
that you have
that's
a
it. We'll
CD
follow
copy,
the
but
show.
the CD copy ain't
Yes.
worth as much as the record copy.
Just a part of it, yes.
I don't think so.
Dave, he says he may go as high
I
as
own the
1250.
butcher.
I want to see this butcher cover, man. I want to see the butcher cover up close.
Yeah, I want to see it too. Dave, let's see.
Okay,
here we
okay,
go, here we go.
Richard, so we can see it, not upside down.
Can you hold it the other way? Just go
Yeah, like hold it right side up,
like
maybe. There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
or
yeah, you
just
keep
turn
the.
the thing in your hand 45 degrees.
You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it, Richard.
That's
Oh
what
my
she
God,
said.
why
I'm getting
is this
seasick.
happening? No.
Quit kicking me.
Cool the waters.
It's a storm. It's a storm.
A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
I feel like I'm watching Deadliest
Fuck, is
Catch.
it- am I on a roller coaster?
Pick up the
Richard, when you figure out how to show your butcher cover,
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I gotta take another
Okay.
hit after that one.
Now go ahead and flip it to the left one time. Flip it to the left one time. There you go.
Turn it 45
Oh, there you
degrees.
go.
There you go.
No, our left.
Oh my God.
Your left.
No, the other way, Richard.
Yeah.
Richard.
No, the other way.
Yeah. No,
Oh my God.
no. You almost had
I
it.
can't deal with this.
You guys do realize we're living in a VC moment right now, right? This is a
Somebody better
VC.
screenshot this and make it a
Left
video.
and 45 degrees.
No, not
Tell me how
upside
you
down,
like it.
Richard. Not upside down, Richard.
I can't believe this.
There you go. Perfect.
Is this real life?
Mark that.
All right,
Unfortunately,
let's
yes.
see the top of the cover, like at the very
Pull
top.
it down. Just pull it down,
Pull it
Richard.
down a little bit, and
Bring
If you're
the top
watching
down.
Game Stream, you better clip that.
You got them all excited and going and moving. Put it really close to the kid. Okay, yeah, just down.
Oh, yes. That's what I was waiting for. God.
Why does this feel like a final version of Crane, the Crane game?
But I
Oh my
gotta wonder
God.
why Richard's
You know
copy
what?
has a black band around it.
Hey, you know what? Awesome
You can't
record,
deal with
Richard.
this.
I'm
I
so
can't
glad
deal
you have it. Put it back on the wall. Thank you.
Oh, it's in a frame, duh. It's pretty cool, Richard. It's pretty cool. You better guard that record. Someone might come and steal it from you, not me.
Can you
They don't say
see
you thought it might be fake. I bought it from a place that specializes in rare records.
Yeah, we're from. We just became a part of history. Come on, Paul. You see what
That
you
was your best, that was your best moment on stream, Paul. Getting Richard to have that record right side up.
Now, wait a second. Now,
I think next week you have to judge the cornbread contest.
It still gets me a year later.
oh, okay.
Oh, George, please do not air that out on public.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all right.
That was a good one.
Go
That was a good one.
around. There's not a door.
What?
Hey, Paul, did you find that link?
Oh goodness, where did Randy go? He couldn't hang. Randy
Oh
couldn't
my
hang.
God.
Randy had to go.
I am trying not to laugh myself too much. but yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, this is definitely a top 10 VC moment.
That's right. And it still is a top 10 VC moment. I'm tired. I love you, Richard, but that's always going to be one of my favorites. Oh, man. You guys having a ball? I know I am, that's for sure. Now, I'll show you something I made about 2-3 years ago. And yeah, I had some Irish coffees while I was doing this. I'll admit that. Yeah, yeah, she was just up here a little bit back. She's got everybody, thank God, has got a great sense of humor around here. You can almost have to. But this next one here, if you guys remember, and like I said, I know you'll be rolling your eyes. Yeah, I wish you were part of that show earlier. That would you just oh my God, the cast of characters, the evolving, revolving cast of characters. I know. I'll tell you, James. My God. This next one here, I'm gonna get myself some more drinky, and while I do that, I'm gonna play you one that I did about. Do I have a little sambuca? No, this is what we're doing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what sambuca is. What's sambuca? I don't know. She don't know either. I just got some apple crown and ginger ale, just chillaxing because I had a stressed day today. Of course, being Christmas Eve and all. Sense of humor. Do you mean to say that not everybody here is totally serious about that? But we're gonna play here. This was a thread I started a couple years ago. Obviously failed because nobody else did it, but you could see me partially 1.5 sheets to the wind. 12 days of VC Christmas. This was back when I before the other computer and the desk and everything else, but you get to see closer to the middle of the record room here, don't you?
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? I figure welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platter. Always powered by coffee each and every time. What? Excuse me a second. I am so sorry. Yes? This is Snowflake. He's a winter bear. He loves Christmas. Yes? Oh, all right. Okay. He watches sometimes the VC videos with me too. I think we can do something for the VC people for Christmas. At least I think so anyway, right? Right. You know what? I may suck at singing, but we're going to do this in the spirit of everything, okay? So, this song here is called The 12 Days of VC Christmas. On the first day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me a Partridge Family LP. On the second day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 Hall & Oates and a Partridge Family. Oh boy. On the third day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 Tubes Records, 2 Hall & Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. Oh. I didn't say it was going to be great, guys. On the 4th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 Nectarines, 3 Tubes, 2 Hall & Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. On the 5th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 Heine albums. 4 Nectarines, 3 Tubes, 2 Hall & Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. On the 6th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 Cowsills, 5 Heine records, 4 Nectarines, 3 Tubes, 2 Hall & Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. Oh boy.
There you go.
We're almost halfway done. On the 7th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 Osmond albums, 6 Cowsill records, 5 Heine LPs.
Nice.
Nectarines, 3 tubes, 2 Hall and Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. On the 8th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 Cheap Tricks, 7 Osmond Records, 6 Cow Sills, 5 Heine Records, 4 Nectarines, 3 tubes, 2 Hall and Oates, and a Partridge Family LP.
So good.
Day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 Zeppelin albums, 8 LP, 7 Osmond albums, 6 Cowsill Records.
I don't know how
5
Southside was.
Heine albums. 4 Nectarines, 3 tubes, 2 Hall and Oates,
and a Partridge Family LP.
On the 10th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me. This one's going to be good. 10 Monkeys albums, 9 Zepp Records, 8 Trick LPs, 7 Osmond, 6 Cowsill
Might as well have
Records,
been, right?
albums, 4 Nectarines, 3 tubes, 2 Hall and Oates, and a Partridge Family LP.
Nice, dude.
On the 11th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 Nielsen LPs, 10 Monkeys Records, 9 Zeppelin albums, 8 Trick Discs, 7 Osmond Records, 6 Cowsill, 6 Cowsills, 5 Heine albums, 4 Nectarines, 3 Tube Records, 2 Hall and Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. On the 12th day of VC Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 Beatles records, 11 Nielsen albums, 10 Monkeys, 9 Zepp discs, 8 Trick discs, 7 Osmond records, 6 Cowsills vinyl, 5 Heine albums. That'd be torture. 4 Nectarines, 3 tubes, 2 Hall and Oates, and a Partridge Family LP. I know this song probably sucks because it's from me, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Mighty Psychos, powered always by coffee. All right, guys. I hope that you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, all the happy holidays, Festivus for the rest of us. And you know what? I think it's great. I love you guys out there. I really, really do. And you know what? Do you want to do a thread? We could do a thread. Do you want to try doing this? Yeah, I think you guys could. You guys could come up with some very interesting answers. So I'm declaring this a thread, a 12 days of VC Christmas.
So much for the thread.
And I'm literally posting it on where there's 12 days that you can do this in. So Mighty Psycho here, always powered by each and every time coffee. That is my starting fluid. And thank you, Snowflake Bear, for helping me on this one. You know what, guys, you're good sports, and I thank you all for taking the time out to watch me. All right, Merry Christmas. God bless. Rock on. Take care till the next time. Ho, ho, ho. Where?
Dude, that was a triumph.
Thank you.
That
One
was a
second.
triumph. Paul, you are can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second. Hey, Moonracer. If
Well,
this
you
is
can hear
King
me okay.
Moonracer, yes, I can
You're
hear you.
muted,
Okay.
or I can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Let me see a peek, King Moonracer.
I have my headphones in here. I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Hear that? Fine. Let me try headphones. Hello. Check, check, check. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I
shit.
can hear you fine. Sorry. What? Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
What?
Okay,
I can
I'm
hear
gonna
you.
leave. I'm gonna leave and then come back.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
rock and roll. Merry
Rock
Christmas,
and
everybody.
roll. Same here, same here. Let's forget about that thread. It was a frayed seam that came undone. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
What can I
Getting
say? I
here.
guess sometimes the ideas stick, sometimes they don't. But it was amusing nevertheless. Here's another
love it.
gentleman. Yes, look at it. Yes, hello there, sir. Hello
Thank
there
you,
back, sir.
Tony.
Hey, hi Brian.
Brian,
Hi.
Check,
my
check,
brother.
check. Am I coming through?
I can hear you. Can you guys
can
hear
hear
him?
you.
I heard you the
All
whole
right.
time.
Yes.
I said I'd pop in if I could, but I would like to point out that it's just gone 4 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh,
I thought you were going to be a bit earlier.
Wow.
I said, "I'll come up for your 1,000th."
Thank you.
Have a very, very Merry Christmas. I've sent you something via Facebook Messenger, Paul, for a little rarity for you to enjoy.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much.
That was amazing, Paul. Did anybody when did that stream? When did that 12 Days of Christmas go up? How many Christmases ago was that? Last year?
2 or 3.
Dude, and did anybody do it?
No.
Paul, you're singular, man. You are singular in this VC space. And only you would have the balls to pull that off and to do it so epically. You are a hero to me. I really, really love and respect your channel so much. And I think you are totally unique in this space. And I'm so thrilled to be able to congratulate you and come on your 1,000th episode. This is absolutely giant. So cool. And I just have mad respect. I think I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way, but if you'll indulge me just for a second, like I just think that there's so much of this VC world kind of like harks back on high school. It feels like that a lot.
Yeah.
And I just how like some people who I really don't want this to come out the wrong way, but like I hated that aspect of high school about how everybody just went off into their cliques, right? And I really loved hovering between them all and sort of having nobody having ownership of me, kind of, and belonging to all of them.
I'm gonna bring you up now that you showed me. Okay. Here's another one.
Yeah.
How about
James
that?
Farley.
Mr.
Hey,
Farley.
King James. Oh, King James, my brother.
Hey, I said I was going to be revealing on Paul's show because I love him and I love all you people up here.
1,000 show,
right on, dude.
1,000. I mean, I'm in avatar mode because I'm kind of ugly, but you know what? I appreciate all you people up here. I always have, and I pull my shenanigans and stuff, but you know what? I thought it was worth it to come up tonight.
Oh, bless you, James. I must say,
Thank you, James.
A friend of mine always used to introduce himself by saying, "Oh, hi there. Sorry about the way I look. My parents weren't very attractive."
I can relate.
But I thought I'd at least let you hear what I sound like, even though I've been in avatar mode like for years now. But I thought that Paul deserves, to hear me, and you guys deserve to hear me vocally. Anyway, at least
it's definitely Christmas now, according to this guy.
Nice.
It's Christmas.
Nice.
And I don't kiss people's asses. I know, David, you don't either. I know, David, you don't either. And like, I appreciate you. And Tokyo Brian, oh my God, I can listen to you for hours too. You're so cool. You're just a cool dude.
Dude, no. But thank you for saying that. That's really, really sweet of you. But you get inspired by. I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by Paul, and I hope I'm here for 1,000 episodes, and I hope I continue like being as welcoming as a character as you are, swinging as big as you're swinging for the fences, and like I hope my beard is as glorious as your Christmas beard is at some point. and you too, Mello. But I just like, I really, really like the show a lot. I'm a super big fan. And James, it's like that sentiment. It goes
But
around.
Brian, you got to get the balloons. I'm telling you, it'll sell.
Am I the only one that's got a naked chin then?
It's not a bad idea, James. It's not a bad idea, actually. It's a good idea. I'm going to take you up on it. Actually, it's a great idea.
David, you would look good with a beard, sir. You would.
Yeah.
James was saying, I think if I'm hearing him right, he's suggesting like I'm sitting out on the street sometimes doing the vox pop, I call it, interviewing people on the street. And he's been saying to me for half a year, you got to get balloons, helium balloon, get balloon on your thing, and then you'll catch people. And I'm like, how am I going to get a helium tank? And like, but it's doable.
No,
okay?
you don't need. Just blow them up. Just blow them up. Do a little squeaky thing, and just hand them to the people, and then just whatever.
Yeah. Hand balloons.
It's cool.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
And Mello, I appreciate you too, and I appreciate all the other people that come up on here. I really do.
Yeah, I
really do. It's like I try to tune in whenever I can.
The level of conversations me and you'll have, James, it's like unbelievable.
Yeah, and I don't have anything against anybody, and I don't like anybody not to like me. And there's a couple of people that really don't like me for some reason or other. But you know what?
They'll get over it.
I hope they get.
I hope they get over it. Didn't like him either, and so did Roger. You go down the list. Any rock star has people that don't like them. There's people that hated Frankie Valli, and people that hated Frank Sinatra. No matter who it is.
But I use a stick on these shows just for comic relief. And Paul, I'm famous for that. And,
yes.
David, you're a cool dude, man. You've always been cool to me because your freaking stories, man. You just go on, and your candles in the bathtub and all, like really.
Well, there you go. I'll bring a smile.
Really, you're a cool dude. You're not like the others, like I say. You're not like the other people. You're just a guy. He doesn't want to be in the front. He just wants to be in the band, be there, and like experience life and do what you do. And I love your music.
I'm definitely happier sat at the back on a drum kit or by the side on a bass or a guitar or something like that. I don't want to be up the front or particularly.
Hey David, let me ask you something, please. And I know that you're a very busy man, but I'm gonna throw a request in there for you for 2026. Start writing. We want a book. I'm serious. We want. You got enough for a book.
I've thought about doing a pod, a sort of, not a podcast, but a sort of vinyl based thing, but based on, people I've played with, and that sort of thing. Because there's pretty much no degrees of separation, when it comes to sort of these stories, and I get embarrassed sometimes when no matter who you mention, I've probably got a story about them either that I've heard or that I was there for or something. And I just thought it would also be nice. I've now I don't have any kids. I've never got married or anything like that, but I have got niece and nephew. But I've also now got a great nephew. So he's. I just thought it might be fun to. I thought it might be quite fun to have something that he could look at, And
David, can I ask you a question?
You can.
Yes. Now you had your last video was processed by Mark K.
Oh, the soundtrack was mastered and mixed. Yeah, mixed and mastered.
Yeah.
By Mark.
Now, honestly, I mean, I have a really weird ear for sound. Do you think he tweaked her voice a couple times in there and did a little bit of auto tune? I think he did.
I don't think so, because I sent him
just a couple notes, not the whole vocal. I'm thinking about a couple spots. I said, "Ooh, that sounds a little odd there."
Well, because
I'm not criticizing it. I think the mix is great.
No. But the thing, what I do with Denise, what I tend to do with Denise is that
I know, make her do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'll get her to do about 8 takes, and then I'll comp them. You know, I'll make a compilation of all the best sort of. So I always say to Denise, like, don't worry about tuning and stuff. I go for the performance. I'll get the right tuning bit,
right.
You know, like I'll get the bit that worked. And so the vocal that I sent over to Mark, I hadn't changed it, and I wasn't. And against the track, it didn't sound. There was no thing.
No, I think the video was great. I mean, I appreciate you sending it to me, and you know, and Mello will tell you that I listened to it, and like I could tell if anything has been altered in any way.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's like, you know, I mean, the band sounds are great. The separation and the mixing of that was great. I mean, I really. And you got
no problem telling me anything. Like when I send him like one of my demos, he'll tell me right away.
If something sucks, or if you're off by like 10 cents on a note, I'll tell you your guitar is off. Because I'm like a stickler for that. You know, I mean, like, who am I, right? I'm just a guy. You know,
I appreciate it though, James. I really do, because you know I'm too close to the forest to see the trees sometimes. I mean, too close to the trees.
You're absolutely right, Mello. You're absolutely right, and that's why I get Mark to do, because I do mastering and mixing for other people, but for my own stuff, I've by and large I've always written the music and stuff. Denise does the lyrics, but you know I've played every instrument, and I'm just too close to it. I've mixed it, and it's like the thing is, the last thing I recorded will be the thing that my ear is most listening to. So the best thing is to send it to Mark without him ever hearing it, and then he can just he can tell. I mean,
hey David, what are you going to do when the AI mastering gets so good that everybody's just going to be using that?
Oh boy.
Well, I figure, I mean, I'm only probably going to be alive for another 15, 20 years. So, I mean, it's
it could be here by next year. I mean, it's going in leaps and bounds so fast.
Incredible. I'm really happy with the career that I've had. And I'm happy at the moment, just coasting along. I'm all right money wise, and you know, that sort of thing. I love doing things for fun. I said yes to this New Year's Eve gig because it's just going to be a great laugh, and it's like it's with 2 people that I have tons of records of. You know, it's brilliant. Elizabeth Westwood from Westworld and Neil from Zig Zig Sputnik. I can't wait to do this New Year's Eve gig. You know,
I envy you, brother. And believe me, you do things I only wish I could.
David, have you ever sang on any of your tracks? Like sing?
I have, but I don't think anyone needs to hear that. I did do a solo.
I've heard you do a little couple things here and there, and I said, you know, he has a good voice. You know, it's like, maybe you don't want to be the front man, you know, but still, you know, you have a good voice, and you have, you know, and look, give Denise a metronome. Okay, just to let you know that she's a little bit off, just a little bit. But you know, I love her. She's his character, and you know what? And he's a good person. I'm sure.
Yeah, she's amazing. You know?
You two are a great combination, honestly.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I've been looking back at your old stuff, and I'm going, holy shit, this guy has been. Well, he played on this, he played on that. These old videos. I didn't know how far back I would go, but I started watching all your stuff, and I'm going, this guy has been like everywhere. It's like, oh my God, you know, it's like I never knew that, you know, and you know,
prolific, man. It's
you know, like I said, I don't kiss anybody's ass. I don't.
But Rachel,
you know, I don't do that.
Rachel,
you know, I'm right up front.
Rachel put a link to my Discogs page the other day, sort of thing. That was quite nice. But yeah, it's. I don't know. I think the voice-wise, I can sing in tune, and what I do is I sometimes demo songs and then give them to Denise, and then you know, and same with my single Crashing Up. I sent Amy the me doing a version. I can sing in tune, but I haven't got a very interesting voice. I don't think I've got a voice that can be a.
So basically, your drums first, bass and guitar second.
That's how it started. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how you feel now. Like I know you can, you know, and I was really impressed with your slap bass, like Dave 365, whatever that guy is. You know, and I was really impressed with you doing the flea type stuff. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
this guy's pretty good. You know,
But David, I think you reckon yourself like outside looking in. I would say you would reckon yourself now a guitar player over anything.
Probably more so. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Because you're more photographed and shown with your guitar than any other instrument.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, whatever jobs I get offered is what I end up,
of course,
obviously doing. So, I mean, sometimes, you know, I have, you know, a load of drumming jobs come in one after the other. And then other times, like I did New Year's Eve one, I'm on bass, you know, I'm providing.
Man, I would love to
job in
jam
the
with you
low
on
end.
drums there, David. I'll tell you what, I bet you it would be epic as hell if I got with you in a room and me and you jammed and you were on drums. Oh my God, I can't even friggin' imagine what it would be sound like.
So I must say, I love Ed's drumming on the new singles. Great.
Ed is excellent. He is really excellent.
Yeah,
he really is.
He is very good.
I mean,
really, pounder.
You know,
let's not make this about me. This is Paul's 1000th episode.
I don't.
Well, I'll say this,
This is
David.
what-
If
this
you
is
ever
what
come
part
to
of it's
America,
about.
if you ever come to America, come by New Jersey and then give me a day when you come through, and I'd love to just do something with you.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, Dylan from Dylan, the record spinners in New Jersey as well. I've always said I'll pop in and see him. It's just I haven't done an
love
American tour for quite a few years now.
And Brian, besides, you know, I don't want to interrupt, but Brian, I love your Tom Waits stuff.
Well, thank you very much for that. And I mean, he's somebody who you could probably be a bad singer and cover, maybe not, because he's also a great singer. But I don't know if you have to have a great voice or even an interesting voice. Because really, I think when we listen to music, we want to hear, like we want to know the person, and we don't really, and we want to connect with the person, and not necessarily, you know, this idea that. Who's the guy who sings that on the telephone song?
I think it's Rose Murphy. I think.
No.
I should have known that.
I know. You know, hello. How's that song go? He talks about this notion. I've seen him on an interview talk about, like, I want the music to stand up for itself. It shouldn't matter who I am. You shouldn't have any. It doesn't matter what I look like or what I care about. You know, for you to connect with the music. But I think an artist friend was like, I was riffing with her about this, and I think we're like in an age where the first place we go when we go to find a new artist or a new musician, where do you guys, I mean, you might say, I go to look at the work, I go to look at the, you know, the sections of their pages, but really where everybody goes first is the about page, because we want to see who the artist is. We want to see what they look like. We want to have some context. We want to identify with them. We want to connect with them. And I don't really think I don't know. And Neil Young has proved that having a good voice doesn't matter. Wayne Coyne of the Flaming Lips has proved that there's heaps of artists.
Yeah, you know what, Brian? I'll tell you what, though. John Lennon kind of pioneered a little bit of that with the bag.
Exactly.
The bag in, he wanted to say, you know, like, you shouldn't really focus on really who the person is as much, because that's what people will try to do, and they'll focus too much on the person.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say, like, he's had moments where he's like, he had the proper scream. I thought you were going to refer to his scream, but yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe that was John Lennon's world, and we're in a different world now, and maybe that one's better. I don't know, but I can see both points of view, that the music should stand on its own, and that we also want to connect with the people. And I think as we're getting into this more sort of cellular world where there isn't this giant shared culture and we all are like connecting with little cells of people, like maybe I don't need to, maybe it matters more like who the individuals are. I don't know, but hey, I gotta sign off. And James, thanks for those kind words. Dave, to your comment, Mello, about what will AI do, I think we're going to be craving, I saw the comments coming up, we're going to be craving human stuff more and more and more.
Absolutely.
I think that really matters. But you can leverage these tools, obviously, and I've seen you guys do it really well. And David, for your book, and sorry to just ramble here, but your book, you don't even need to, like, the idea of a book, great suggestion by James, I think, or Paul, but like you don't need to write it out. You don't need to be intimidated by sitting down with pen and paper. You can just tell the stories like you do on here to a microphone and transcribe it, and, you know, have it be really good. And you can tell stories. So maybe it's not that impossible of a feat to actually do.
Actually,
And
what
Paul,
would be
I
the
gotta
best
go
thing?
take. I gotta. I'm sorry to just interrupt you, keep interrupting you, but I gotta bounce. But Paul, I gotta take my kid to the place. But
Sure.
congratulations on 1,000 goddamn episodes.
Thank you.
Amazing,
Seriously.
dude. You are a VC treasure, and you're a hero
too
of
kind.
mine and probably many
Agreed.
of us. So I just. To the next 1,000, I'm here to cheer you on.
Yes,
Consider
please.
me a super fan, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Thanks for all the good
Thank
vibes.
you.
Merry
Love you,
Christmas
Brian.
from the
Thank you for
future.
coming
Yeah,
up.
Brian, take
God
care.
Cheers
bless
out,
you,
guys.
man. God bless you, brother.
Merry Christmas. You know, that is a
That was
good point though for David. That basically you could still do the podcast, but you could do it in form of an audiobook.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the only problem
Yeah.
is some of the really best stories. Obviously, I can't tell.
Yeah, of course.
Can't tell.
And
Not until they're
every
dead.
artist says that though. That's like every artist has those stories that nobody will know about. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, but you could even do something where you could narrate the story and you know conspire it with pictures and things that you're talking over.
Exactly.
You know what
and
I
there's-
mean?
there's
Like
pictures-
you're narrating your own videos maybe
Yeah.
and stuff, and just go through a little bit of some of the story, and you can do it like as an ongoing series or something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've got a lot of photographs that no
Right,
one's
and just do that. Like
ever seen. You
make
know,
a
because
10-minute
they're-
video.
You know.
You know, like
So-
think of it that way. A shortened 10-minute video as like your little glimpse into your life.
Yeah. But
So-
I mean, is anyone really that interested?
Yes.
Seems like it. Seems like it.
Speaking of, so what are you working on now, if you can tell us?
Well, it's getting the me and Denise are getting the album finished for next
Nice.
year as well, and we're obviously it's going to be a CD and a download, but I'd love to put it out on vinyl, but we'll see how well it goes. I'm also doing something in the new year with Mark Anthony Kaye.
Nice.
As a thing, we hope anyway. Cross fingers, if schedules will allow, or schedules, can't remember. Hey, it's Brandon. And
Hey, Brandon, brother.
and
Merry
at
Christmas,
the moment,
man.
just I'm rehearsing for this. Well, the poster says all-star band, but this gig on New Year's Eve, you know, so I'm just rehearsing for that at the moment. But
Oh, is that the poster that you shared
Yes.
that had
Yeah.
the one guy from Sputnik and
yeah, and Elizabeth Westwood from Westworld.
Cool.
And we've got the
That looks
keyboard.
cool.
Our keyboard player plays for Oasis.
Wow.
Live.
That is an all-star group,
And the drummer,
really.
the drummer is Mark Arman's drummer at the moment.
That's really all-star group. Davey.
Hey, Goliath.
Nice.
Merry Christmas, man.
You too.
Hey, Brandon and Davey.
Paul,
Hey. Yes, sir.
James
I
Farley.
don't wish a
David.
good episode.
Well,
I'm
thank you.
just kidding.
Seriously.
I'm just kidding. Merry Christmas, yeah.
Merry Christmas, Brendan. What time is it where you are?
It's 3:23 in the afternoon.
Oh,
No,
wow.
but I'm just kidding. I do sincerely wish. It's just a bit of a silly humor, but yeah, no. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
11:23
Happy Christmas.
p.m. We're almost going to hit 12 a.m. in a little while here in New
Oh,
Jersey.
brilliant.
Well, I'm about to hit 4:23
Wow.
in the morning.
You're up early, David.
David, you're
you
a
know.
night bird anyway. I know.
Love it.
Oh man.
So I'm just reading the comments. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just having
No,
Yeah.
no.
Tied up at the second.
Could experiment. Could do a treatment of a memoir as a song. David, see where the song goes. Write lyrics about your life. See what chords come. See how it shapes up.
4D, man.
I like that idea.
It's an autobiographical. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
mean,
go.
I
Do
mean,
you
I've
have
seen-
enough to pass?
I have career-ending stories in my head.
Oh,
I've
Those
seen
are
some funny
ones.
things.
Hey,
lately.
David, tell Jessica Lee Morgan that I love her.
Oh, I will do. I'll
You
pass
know, and tell Mary Hopkin I love her too. If you ever see.
Oh, we all love
Patty,
Mary
and-
Hopkin.
And Patty.
She came to
You
one
know,
of
I tried to call her up at her house in Henley on Thames, like
I
about
imagine that didn't go
25.
down well, did it?
No, it didn't go well because it was hard to get the international operator to connect me to
Right.
this Connie's house, and like it was like
you set the charges.
you know.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt. For the 1000th episode, for people who haven't been here for that long, why not give a little spiel on why you decided to start your own streaming in the first place?
Yeah, that's a good question actually, because I wasn't around in the beginning. So yeah, Paul, what did you start with?
Well, okay. So almost 15 years ago, how I started getting a YouTube channel in the first place was because I actually went to audition to be the public address announcer for the Chicago Cubs, and they needed a YouTube video. That was part of the requirements. So that's how I got into YouTube. Then I would say a few weeks later, I just came up with this germ of an idea, and I'm like, I was watching other like channels like Crate Junkies. I know they're not around anymore.
Like, what would even put the idea in your mind unless you maybe saw somebody kind of doing something?
I did, and so the thing is that Crate Junkies and a couple other ones. I want to say, geez, maybe even Mr. Hall of Fame. I tripped on him too, and I just like,
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, and I said to myself, I could do this. I can do what these guys are doing. And so I started out originally, it was like, I think I called it Psychos Platters in a CD, and then I just dropped the CD out of it and made it Psychos Platters. And thank God live streaming, well, some people may say not thank God for live streaming, but when live streaming showed up, at least for me, about between 3 and 4 years ago, and I was watching people like Richard the Music Maniac, Rachel the Music Ma'am, back when she was in those days, and Joe Mayo. I watched all three of them, and I got comfortable enough. And like I said, I actually had early appearances on those shows, and I'm like, damn it, I can do this too.
Yeah.
And so that's how we ended up doing the live stream adventure for about the last 3-4 years to this point.
Is it Beetle Babe's not far off, is she? She's
not.
She's
a little bit more than me, I think.
Oh, really? She's 15 years plus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rachel's
I
goes
have a channel. My channel goes all the way back to 2006. This will be my 20 years that I'll have a YouTube channel. But I didn't do only thing but just post videos of me playing songs. Really, it wasn't never kind of a format like this. I just use it to post my music on my Clownfish channel.
Same here. My channel's just like an archive for stuff I've done.
Apple Tits came in about 13 years ago. So I've had.
I'm sorry for a second. It sounded like Apple Tits. I apologize.
Just quickly, until the last couple years, like catching Joe Mayo and you and Rachel, and then a couple people on the comic book side, because I used to watch comic book shows from Ethan Van Sciver and Johnny Scab and Liam Gray down in Australia, and these guys were like all great comic artists. They have a big thing called Comicsgate where they talk about like the things that are happening in the comic book world. So that also was like a way that I started getting wet with this, but this totally took me away from the comic books. The VC was more of like my speed of what I could speak on and stuff.
I apologize wholeheartedly. Why I didn't see this until this exact moment. I am so sorry, David, but this is what David sent us. And I want everybody to see this.
Oh.
Yes.
Before you do,
which
was
one?
Rachel's Ghost not always called that?
No.
Okay.
It originally was called Rachel the Music Ma'am. And there was a reason for that, which she would be able to explain that better.
She'll be after that Henche record you've got.
Yeah, the Henche record. That's why I did that, because I found a Henche record like the week that I was thinking about doing that video. I go, oh my God! I said, now I have to do this video. It was because of that Henche record.
Like that.
Like that.
I love her obsession with Henche.
I know, right? That's something else. So here we have Peaceful Cacophony.
Oh yes,
Set Me Free.
Yeah, the Christmas
Winter
edition.
Wonderland.
The Christmas edition.
Nice.
Set Me Free.
I guess I don't think I'll look this.
haven't seen this for ages.
Hiding away in our matchbox houses, life flashes by and I wonder why. Safe and sound, dead on the inside. Is my life gonna pass me by? Suck of life, drain it from me. Freedom leaks away like a dripping tank. Boredom seems to suffocate me. Dull routine is driving me mad. I'm trying on the inside. You would never know. I'm lying by the wayside. Gotta put on a show. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Don't wanna think when I look back on it. Days you feel good ambiguity. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, gotta get me out of this dependency. Don't wanna sound like an empty drum now. Hollow space where it should have flown. I can remain on for as long as I like, but you think I'm the only one who knows. I'm crying on the inside. You never know. I'm lying by the wayside. Gotta put on a show. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here. I'm dying for the way out, but I'll never go. Give me air so I can breathe. Set my heart and spirit free. Hiding away in our matchbox houses, life passes by and I wonder why. Safe and sound, dead on the inside. Is my life gonna pass me by? I'm crying on the inside. You would never know. I'm lying by the wayside. Gotta put on a show. I'm crying on the inside. You would never know. I'm lying.
It's all good. Thank you.
Gotta put on a show. Wanna shake your head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way
Yes, definitely.
right out of here. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here. Wanna shake my head, wanna punch the air, wanna tear my way right out of here.
God, I like that. Another winner.
Maybe Denise should give Rachel some microphone lessons. Hey, David.
was so funny.
Denise is very talented, but I wouldn't want to piss her off.
No,
No, that was good.
I think the thing with Rachel is, I think she knows exactly what she's doing.
Exactly.
You know, she knows it's irritating, and she loves it. And you know, like I say, I can't say a bad word about her. You know, her politics leave me just blown away.
I'll tell you what, David, that name of that song's called "Set Me Free."
Yeah.
That's funny because on my first album from 2013, I had written a song called "Set Me Free."
Oh, cool.
and I actually released it. I love that. I always love that title. So, and there's actually quite a few songs with that title. It's,
I'm a big Sweet fan. I'm a big Sweet fan. They did a song called
me too.
which is really good. But I mean, that's Denise's lyrics. And it's about the time that she actually had to leg it out of a country.
Right.
She was living in Switzerland and had to leave. And it's that basically. So yes, she came up. The title Set Me Free.
And there's nothing like romantic between you two.
No. We're musical colleagues, but we are. I mean, we're incredibly close. For 5 years, we've been really close. You know, and
honestly, you look quite chummy in the video. I almost thought you were John and Yoko or something.
No.
You don't want to. You don't want to piss off Jen. Don't piss her off.
Who?
You got a good guitar tone as well.
Oh, cheers, man! Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, that tone. It almost sounds like you're going through a rotating horn, like the way that Eric Clapton has through Badge.
What,
that
like
kind of
Leslie cabinet or something?
Yeah, like a Leslie rotating horn. It almost sounds like that.
No, it's just my Gibson Les Paul and a Fender Twin Reverb with 2 mics on it. Basically,
no tremolo or nothing or anything.
No. Little bit of delay for the lead. Sorry,
David D. I have to, say David D. I noticed that you smoke you roll your own. What kind of tobacco do you use?
I am an Amber Leaf man.
Amber Leaf. That's a good
Amber Leaf.
Okay, I'm just wondering. Just wondering. I mean,
okay.
So it's Dino. Was it Dino Van Jack?
Yeah.
David, do you have any punk rock songs? I mean, yes. In my past, I've been in plenty of punk bands. I was in the otherwise all female band Compact Pussycat. They were a punk band, and any of that footage in that video of me in there, I actually took from a tour of Canada that I was doing when I was playing with Glenn Matlock from the Sex Pistols. So that was obviously a punk band as well, because we would all play God Save the Queen or Pretty Vacant. And
David, what was your obsession with the Sex Pistol albums? You have so many of them. Do you want to really have everyone and everybody in the world has? Is that your goal?
No. It's just fun to pick up a different one if it's got a different label or it's a different color or that sort of thing. But it was basically I wasn't allowed to. I come from a Christian family, as in my mum and dad were just.
So you weren't
nice cuddly Christians, nothing.
Okay,
too
so
hardcore.
you had to listen to it like in the side room.
Oh yeah. It was like I used to listen to Radio Luxembourg under the pillow with the sing.
Just like Tori Amos and her father, that type of thing. Where she,
they played the Sex Pistols on the radio back then.
They weren't on normal radio, but they were on sort of pirate radio stations.
Oh, I got
like Radio Luxembourg,
But basically, I wasn't allowed punk rock records because they were terrible people. And they were a danger.
Yeah, but you know what? That's been going on since the 50s. The parents, I don't like this. It's like
But my next door neighbor he actually bought a copy of God Save the Queen when it was in the chart, when it was like number 2 or whatever. And I went round to his house and he goes, check this out. And that was my Road to Damascus moment, guitar wise. And that I just thought, I don't know what this is, but I want to make that noise.
Sorry, David. I have to go, Paul. Have a great Christmas.
Oh, mate.
Talk to you later.
Happy Christmas, Brad.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming on.
And so plenty of punk rock songs in the old canon there. So certainly playing with Glenn and all those. I've done a lot with a lot of the sort of original punk people like Viv Albertine, Mick Jones. Trying to think, do
you think that the original punk players purposely used really bad guitars to get that twang out of it, that really nasty sound? You know what I mean? Like the really cheap guitar sounds. You know, like
what
the
do you mean?
Kinks. The Kinks always had crappy sounding guitars. They always did.
Yeah, but
part of
also
the-
Ray Davis used to razor blade the cone of his amp to make it, you know, that's how You Really Got Me has that sort of just
Yeah.
that really
They gave the first distortion out of that, supposedly.
yeah, and but yeah, but answering your question, James, no, I don't need to get every copy of Nevermind the Bollocks. It's just that, you know, it's
I mean, I know
my
it's a joke, but you seem to have a lot of.
yeah, I do. It's my Sergeant Pepper. It's my sort of. I mean,
Yeah, I understand that.
I love record collecting. You know, like next to me, I've got.
I know you're a connoisseur. You know, you like what you like, and that's fine. You know, get whatever that makes you happy. That's all that matters.
Exactly. But to me, it's just great fun. It's my hobby. It's what I really like, and but I don't take it too seriously. You know, like I don't. I've got.
No, you can't. You know.
Have
And
this.
look, now, what kind of turntable do you use in cartridge? Just being geeky. Just
You know
for,
what?
you know.
I'm one of the least geeky people in the vinyl community. I think I've actually, apart from my bathroom and the kitchen, I've got a record player in every room in my house. But my main one is a Sony Tower, so it's got a Sony record player on the top, and then I've got a Technics which I put through my recording studio, and that's when I want to sit there and just like, you know, blast my
But you know what? I mean, I'm a product of the 60s and 70s equipment, and
Mhm.
like there's something about that older stuff because that's how we
Yeah.
heard it originally. And
Yeah,
that,
my dad had a Garrard deck, you know, GARRID, and
okay.
when he changed it to you know, get up with the modern world because he wanted a CD player and stuff, now obviously you just wish I'd have said to him, well, don't chuck it. Let's
no.
Because it was like a piece of furniture, that thing, and it's probably worth a
Exactly.
fortune,
You know, yeah, exactly. You had those
we just
giant.
got rid of it at the time.
Did he
and
ever have one of those giant, like 6-foot wide consoles with the beautiful wood and all that stuff?
That was it. It was basically
yeah.
It was a record
like,
player and a radio. That's all it did.
Yeah, and like you opened up the lid and you had these speakers that were like 5 feet apart, and
Yeah. I
then
had
you
a
bought these
television
living
like
stereo
that.
albums. Like, oh, I can hear that on the left speaker. I can hear that on the right speaker. You know, that
We
kind of
used to have
thing. Those things were
we used to have a
cool. You
big
know,
console with a television right in the center, and then one side would open up would be like a radio, and then the other side would open up would be the record player.
yeah, but
But
you
it
know
was a
that's how
big
we
dresser,
listened to
I
it.
mean, like pool table size thing, like gigantic.
It was.
You know, but that's how we
and it was
listened to stuff
furniture,
back
wasn't
then.
It was.
I mean,
was
I'm
furniture.
65 years old, so I remember those days. And like, I couldn't afford crap, so I would buy whatever I could afford, and you know, it was okay for me, and that's how I heard it. So it's like, you know, nowadays it's like all these audiophile people. It's like, yeah, it's like it's okay, but it's like, you know, especially like grunge or punk, it sounds better like on an old crappy turntable. It really does.
Yeah, I agree. I must say, I mean, I love CDs. I've got a huge CD
Oh,
collection.
CDs. You know, I bought a CD player in 1984, and like it, you know, because I couldn't afford like, you know, a real expensive cartridges or turntables. But when I got my first CD, it was like a Fisher. I got it in 1984, and I the first CD I bought was a David Bowie CD, and like I go, wow, this is the wave of the future, man. It was so cool.
I bet you can't
it's
guess
like,
what my first CD was.
let me guess. I don't know. Over there,
It's
I
Nevermind-
don't
Nevermind
know the
Bollocks.
brand names. Amstrad. I don't know.
No, sorry, I meant the actual CD. I bought Nevermind the Bollocks, and I bought Brian Eno's Music for Airports.
Oh, cool, Brian.
I have all Brian Eno's albums, and I love Brian Eno's. My baby's on fire. You know,
Yeah.
I bought all his ambient albums too. Brian Eno was like a genius.
Shall I
He
answer
really
that
was.
question, Paul? Shall I answer that question about?
Yes, please.
Yeah, people. There's such a lot of myth and stuff about Glenn and Sid and stuff that's just so wrong, you know. And I've met so many people, not just Glenn telling me, but other people like Viv Albertine and all the people that were actually there. And the thing is, you know, Glenn fell out with John and John fell out with Glenn, and EMI said to him, if you want to leave the band, you know, we'll sign whatever band you come up with. And they did. They signed the Rich Kids with him and Midger and Rusty Egan and all that sort of thing. So that was that. But he was good. He tried to teach Sid some of the songs and what have you. He did. You know, Glenn just wanted out, but obviously McLaren didn't like that, so he concocted this ridiculous story about how he was kicked out because he liked the Beatles too much, you know, and all this.
Hey, David, what did you think of the Sid and Nancy movie?
Well, it's very, very inaccurate. It's not. There's so many holes in it, but then again, so was the Bohemian Rhapsody one. But it's that sort of thing. They made a story around it. There are certain incidents in there that are correct, but I thought it was it romanticized what actually happened, which was pretty grimy and not nice. But the thing is, you know, Glenn. People forget that Glenn and Sid did a gig together just before Sid went to the USA. It was called the Vicious White Kids because it was half the Rich Kids and it's Sid Vicious, and it was him. It was Glenn, Sid, Steve New from the Rich Kids, and Rat Scabies from the Damned on drums. And they did this one gig at the Electric Ballroom, and Glenn made sure that he gave Sid his share of the money, but Glenn gave Sid his share of the money as well, so they'd have something to take over to New York to try and set up stuff. And you know, Glenn took me to the pub where he said, I remember him saying in the pub, he was going, "This is the last place I had a pint with Sid," you know, the night before he went off to America. And then he told me the story about the Electric Ballroom gig, and he said, "Yeah, so I suppose giving two heroin addicts that amount of money to go away with probably wasn't the best idea, but I was trying to help, you know, And so no, they were friends to the end, you know, they were friends. I mean, he never saw him after that, sadly, but there was no hatred between Glenn and Sid, but between Glenn and John, that's a different matter.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? It's like when Sid died, it almost seems like he almost transcended the band in a way. Like so much things surrounded about him. They made the movie about him that literally, like the Sex Pistols themselves, almost couldn't get under the shadow of Sid Vicious. And from what I understand, Johnny Robb was really bitter about that. Like,
yeah, but think about it.
He's trying to carry the band, and literally somebody that's not even around anymore. They're like, he's constantly being asked about Sid. Constantly, like, they want to know this mystique about Sid, and like, we got new music right now. People like, I see him in interviews getting really irate about it. Like,
but people forget Sid was only in the band for 9 months. I mean,
that's what
the same
guys
time
in the band were like upset kind of about it, like how you know it's kind of like Pink Floyd with Sid Barrett almost, you know, like you can't escape this like mystique sometimes that literally. I mean, well, Pink Floyd did transcend Sid Barrett because of the multi-success they had, you know, from Metal to, you know, The Wall. You can't even count the Final Cut, but from the Metal to Wall, there was like one magical album after another, like you couldn't, they were untouchable, you know, during that time.
Yeah.
Since we're bringing up Sex Pistols for 2 minutes.
Oh, if you're about to play, you should play that, you know, you should play this.
Oh, hang on a minute. I can't see you from what I'm doing.
Jingle Bells by the Sex Pistols. I don't think I've.
Is that what I think it is? Is it this?
Oh, we played the
Dashing through the snow and one has up and fly.
Well, I love that. That's someone talking about. No, that's not the Pistols.
Nah, we'll play it anyway.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck this is.
A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. As soon as Monday bright was sitting by my side. My horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. Until we hit a stairway back and then we ended up shot. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
This is terrible.
I had enough of this, but we're gonna play this instead.
I'll tell you what you could play if you play the
That's
Greedy.
what we're gonna do now.
Good man,
Yes.
good man. And this
I
has got 2 of the Sex Pistols and 3 of Thin Lizzy.
Isn't that something? That's just a good song.
I've even got 2 copies.
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, Tim. That'd be nice. Thank you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
There's a great video of them doing this on the Kenny Everett show. Very funny.
It's brilliant.
I've never heard this before either, actually.
Well, they recorded it. They recorded it during the Black Rose sessions, Thin Lizzy's Black Rose album.
Or Thin Lizzy.
But it's produced by Tony Visconti, believe it.
Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jingle bells, jingle jangle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle jangle, jangle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year. And a Happy
Awesome.
Okay.
Great one. Like I say, I've got
I
a
love that
recommendation. Anyone who liked that, when this is over, obviously, go and check out YouTube and put in the Greedies Merry Jingle or whatever. Just put in the Greedies, you'll be all right. And go for the Kenny Everett end of the year show one because it's got lots of ladies in it and snow. But yeah, the funny thing about that track is, you know, people say, well, how come Thin Lizzy played with the Pistols? Well, they were all friends with each other, but it was they were doing the Black Rose album, you know, the Thin Lizzy's Black Rose. And just Steve and Paul came to the studio one night and they just got a bit drunk and said, let's do something and that. And so consequently that's produced by Tony Visconti, but funnily enough, he didn't put his name on it.
Tony Visconti, yeah, Thin Lizzy. Jimmy McCulloch, yeah.
You what, sorry?
Jimmy McCulloch. Wasn't he with Thin Lizzy at one point?
No.
Oh, he's a Thunderclap Newman. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Wings.
And Wings. Wasn't he in Wings as well?
Yeah.
No, the Thin Lizzy guys on there are Scott Gorham and Phil Lynott and Brian Downey.
I really wish I could have seen Lizzie. I'm telling you now, that and the Pistols. I would have loved to have seen them back in the day.
Yeah, I was a bit too young.
Even though I was born and raised in Chicagoland, there was a real good book that I read, and you've probably read it too, David, from Noel Monk.
Oh,
about the
gosh,
Pistols.
yeah. 12 Days
I
on the
love
Road.
that. I love that book. If you guys have never read that book on the Pistols, you need to read that. He also would end up being Van Halen's tour manager for many years too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I love that book. I love
yeah,
that.
right. And they had pictures of Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa. Now, Tokyo Brian would know about Kane's,
Tulsa,
and you
yeah.
too, because you've played Kane's, if I remember
I have.
right.
I
Dave?
played Kane's Ballroom. Yeah, yeah.
Who did you play Kane's with?
It was a band called the Pistols Experience, and it was sort of like a Pistols-based thing. But the thing that I found amazing is they kept the wall. There's a hole in the wall that they've actually put a bit of perspex over, and it says Sid on it. And what it was that somebody gave Sid a brand new set of knuckle dusters, and he tested it out on the wall, and then signed it and stuff. And so they've kept it. They've kept it for.
That's cool.
All time.
That's funny.
That's great. But yeah, I mean, I love playing the places that the Pistols played as a fan. You know, the fact that, I mean, I sent you a video on Messenger that is me and it's Glenn Matlock and the Philistines doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town at the 100 Club. But playing the 100 Club, we played Kane's Ballroom. Obviously, there's that one. But we did the Longhorn Ballroom in Dallas, Texas as well, which is the one where you get the pictures of Sid with the blood pouring down his nose and all that sort of stuff. That's great. It's good. I love playing sort of famous venues, you know, as much as, you know.
David, have you ever played Madison Square Garden?
Sadly not. No. When we played New York, we actually played BB King's in Times Square.
It's pretty good.
Not the bottom line. You didn't play the bottom line or anything like that.
No, we did Times Square, and then we did a place in Brooklyn called I can't remember what it was called. The Trash Bar.
Okay.
Which it wasn't.
Trash
It was,
Bar, I remember that place. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the big one for us was playing Times Square. That was amazing on a Saturday.
Did you ever meet Bowie ever?
I spoke to him on the phone very briefly.
Hey, that's pretty good.
No, I didn't. But I haven't met him. No, I didn't meet him. It's a shame because the idea was that I was in a band called Holy Holy with Tony Visconti and Woody Woodmansey from the Spiders of Mars, and there was a talk of Bowie joining us at some point. But the thing is, Tony knew what we all didn't know, which was that he was dying. You know, I mean, it's just he had to keep it to himself. You know. He had to keep it to himself, and we didn't know.
He was amazing. You know, there's certain artists that like transcended all the years. Like, I mean, Madonna is one. There's a few. Peter Gabriel. Yeah. There's a lot that like changed to the times. And Bowie, like, you know, if you look at his discography and his videos, like he changed all the time, and that's what keeps you. I mean, Ashes to Ashes still freaks me out to this day. Yeah. I don't know why. You know.
So did you watch the video of me playing with Erdal Kizilka's band, the Bowie guy, doing Ashes to Ashes?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's on my YouTube. Check that out.
That's on your channel. You have so many videos on there. I'm going back in time. Besides stuff and all that. You know,
Erdal Kizilka basically did the Glass Spider tour. So he was all part of that, and that whole era he kind of worked with Bowie. He worked with Iggy Pop on Blah Blah Blah, so we did some Iggy songs and
what's the deal with Iggy Pop, man? Does that guy need to wear a shirt now or what? What's going on with that guy?
He looks like a handbag, doesn't he?
You know, it's like, you know, and you know, he deserves what he did at the time, and it's like, you know, just, you know, dude, you know, you're a little flabby these days, you know, just like put a shirt on, you know, just go out there and do your stuff, go on a cruise ship, you know, you're okay. But you know,
Yeah,
Hey, Paul,
Mark's
I
right.
put a link in the
Hurdle and
private.
David wrote Buddha of Suburbia as well.
but you know what? He's still around, and that's great. You know,
It's a Christmas song.
Yes, I did see that. And so let's take a little bit here to play.
Sorry about that, Paul, because
For
I don't
what?
come on here very rarely. I haven't been online on a chat in 5 years. You know, it's like, I don't really want to do it. I just, I just comment. But you know what? It's like, you deserve it for your thousands. Well, maybe not deserve it, but at least you get to hear what I sound like.
This is all good, and I'm glad to hear you. There's no worries here. I'm very laid back.
Yeah.
I'm very laid back. And yes, Iggy Pop is definitely interesting. And David Bowie, I always thought was what I call a musical chameleon. That's what I've always he changes with the time.
Iggy always makes you call him Jim when he's not on stage. His name's James Osterberg. But there's definitely a moment that Jim becomes Iggy, and then he goes out. So
I get it. So it's like step on stage, I'm Iggy. Off the stage, I'm Jim.
Yeah. He's very soft spoken and a very laid back guy off stage.
That is definitely very cool.
Yeah, but yeah, don't approach him quarter of an hour before going on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Don't knock on the door at the bathroom and expect Keith Richards to come walking out.
That's the one thing whenever I used to go for autograph protocol, never go in the bathrooms, never go interrupt people while they're eating dinner, and you wait till the performance, or if you can, it's very rare I've ever caught anybody before they went into the venue. I always usually just waited till afterwards. And you know what? My success rate, people being nice, was about 75%. I would say. I don't.
Has anybody ever met like the Cheap Trick or the Heart Girls?
Cheap Trick, yes. Heart,
no. Neither. No.
I met all of them.
I'm just answering Vinyl Dreamscape. Yeah, I don't know whether you pressed that before I said, but yeah, I have met Iggy quite a few times, and like I say, he's very different off stage. He's very he's got the most amazing speaking voice. Hey, how you doing, bro? And I gave him a copy of an album that I'd done with a band called Pressure, and he's quite sharp because he looked at it and he went, cool man, and he said, that'll fit just nicely between Elvis Presley and the Pretenders. And I thought, fucking great. Yeah, he'd worked out where in the alphabet my album was going to go. So
speaking of the Pretenders, have you ever met Chrissie Hynde?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, quite a few times. Actually, I had socially as well.
Is he as difficult as people say?
Only if you say something that she doesn't agree with, but I've always managed to stay on the right side of her,
I know she was a stickler for like vocals and like being right on, or like you're out the door.
Well, I've only really known her socially through other people, because like she'd go to a Glenn gig and I'll go to a Glenn gig, and then I've had many a cigarette outside with her because we're the only two people who smoke usually. So,
that's cool.
But yeah, I wouldn't eat a ham sandwich in front of her because then she'd probably forget it,
Is she vegan?
Oh God, militant to the max.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I would just say, hey Chrissy, I have a hot dog.
Fuck you. She's Morrissey level on that score.
Morrissey,
No, I meant vegetarian wise, which is, it's fine. It's okay, but she does like I say, you literally don't. There's no.
She's not sitting there eating a meat pie. What you're saying?
No, but fair play to her. That's fine.
I made David laugh. I made David Wyoming laugh. How about that?
Yeah.
Finally. Yeah.
I've told Paul, didn't I tell you the story about that Pretenders gig I went to that where I was backstage and the Pretenders were just about to go on, and they went on and the roadies got this case. I'm sure I've told you this story. They've got this case and they dragged it into the back flight case that looked like it should have an amp in it or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they opened it, and it had a fridge in it, and it had all these, or it had this whole selection of meats and stuff. And the road crew were just like,
That's the road crew, yeah.
And then when they started playing "Stop Your Sobbing," they knew that that's the last song before the encore, and they're going to come off. So then the thing goes down. They wheeled it around the back.
Oh,
and stuck it around the back. It's fucking brilliant. It was great.
I've heard that story. That's funny.
Yeah, David, do you have any kind of like you know, like what do they call that thing where you have to sign like what you want in the backstage?
Oh, rider.
Like, you know,
Yeah, rider.
Rider. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have any riders?
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course.
What do you request at your
I'm
rider?
really sensible because I don't really drink, you see. So therefore, I ask for tea making facilities. If it's a tour, I ask for a pair of brand new black socks because I don't want to carry around a load of dirty socks with me. So I ask for a pair of black socks and usually just like foodie things, like I'll think of sandwich or something that I want and that sort of thing. Nothing ostentatious and that, but like a chocolate bar. If I know that like something like a magazine that I like Record Collectors come out, I'll ask for a copy of Record Collector, but nothing too over the top. But just
Right.
a selection
You're
of
not like these people.
a selection
not
of
these
meats
people-
and cheeses and bread rolls or something, you know.
You know, I went to a concert with Annie Haslam from Renaissance. I went to a concert, and like she would not drink the water in New Jersey,
Right?
and like you know, she would not because she had cancer at that point,
Right.
And like somebody gave her a bottle like a bottle of water of some sort, and like she goes, "What's it?" And it had ice in it, and she goes, "I ain't gonna drink this shit." You know, and I love Annie Haslam, and you know what? Denise reminds me of her.
All right.
You know,
yeah.
you know, I mean, you could tell her that, but you know, it's like she has like a 4-octave range, and like she
Right.
was so cool, and like Renaissance was a great band in the '70s, and she loved New Jersey. She came back here every.
I've got the single Northern Lights.
No, oh, the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. And she sang that, and I hung out at the back of Club Benet in the local Club Benet, and it was a small place, mafia run, but she was in a small place, and like I would hang out in the back, and she came out, and she was like, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" I had her sign. She did a song called Moon Shadow with her solo career.
Yeah.
And like she was so beautiful and great. And she was like really accommodating and stuff. I love Renaissance. She had like the 4.5 octave voice. I don't know if people understand, what she did with the Renaissance, but she had she was like an angel. Her voice was like an angel.
Yeah, they were kind of folky, weren't they? In a sort of rocky folk.
Yeah, and they did like Rachmaninoff type of percussions and long songs, and it's like that's.
I need to find I think it's the first album or two of Renaissance that's got Keith Relf and Jim McCarty from the Yardbirds. That's where they went.
Yeah. I mean, I have all their albums. I always have. And
Well,
Steel
now you
Ice
said
Band.
this, I'll have it. I mean, this is what I love about podcasts like Paul's, and Rachel's as well. And
Because you could be
I-
yourself.
I literally only know that single. So now you've said that they've got quite a good sort of, the albums are good. I'll check them out. I'll have a bit of a deeper dive.
I mean, Turn of the Cards is really good. If you just try it. Turn of the Cards is a good an album by them.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I agree with Vinyl Dreamscape that she's a strong believer in her principles, and that's great. But I did think it was a bit shit when they played Wembley Arena, and the tickets were quite high. And at the end of it, just before the last song, she said, thanks for coming. It's really cool to play this venue and stuff. But any of you that eat meat can go fuck yourselves. And I thought,
yeah, that's a bit much.
And I thought, oh man, that's a, I mean, it's, those people have bought tickets to see their, see
That's
the
right.
Pretenders, hear the
You go
hits.
to, you don't want to hear their politics. You want to hear the songs.
Right. You
regardless
don't
if
want
it's-
to spend. You don't want to spend 60 quid and
No.
then get told to go fuck yourself.
Right.
That's right. You don't want. I mean, my sister took me to see John Denver. She had an extra ticket. Her boyfriend didn't want to go. She
Yeah.
said, I got a ticket to go see John Denver. I said, okay, I'll go. And it was an excellent concert. But he talked about, oil spills and stuff. And I'm going, really? I want to see Country Roads,
Songs,
You
yeah.
know, I don't want to hear, you could do what you want on your own, but don't bring it into a concert.
Yeah,
We
I think
pay-
that's what interviews are for. That's if
Right.
people want to interview you and
Exactly.
they say, "What's your opinion on this?" Then you can give it, sort of thing. But I just thought having a crack at the audience after they've really enjoyed a gig, that there's
Right.
going to, there obviously there's people, non-vegetarian people there, and I just thought that was a bit much, telling your own audience to go fuck
Well,
yourself.
David, you eat meat occasionally, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Does it bother you to have sausages? No.
No, but that's because
No,
I'm
not-
not a vegetarian. But it's not like, but I'm not like ravenous about it. It's not like sort of I like steaks where a
People
good vet
that take shit too seriously, just like John Cougar freaking out at people telling him to stop preaching about politics and just play your stupid songs.
Yeah.
And he literally just walks off the stage. All right, the show's over, like a hissy fit. And that kind of stuff people aren't there to care about what you believe and what you think and
No,
play your music.
it's like Morrissey at Coachella, where he walked off stage because he could smell one of the burger vans. It's you pussy.
Ridiculous.
Morrissey's a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a great, with the Smiths and all.
Honestly.
He was cool.
He's
But
done
you know
some
what?
great
It's
work.
like-
He's done some great work, but
Half
Yeah,
these
he
rock
does some
stars,
great work.
honestly, half these rock stars literally got like their fame and the power to their head. I mean, look at Perry Farrell, punching Dave Navarro in the chest just because he's freaking out over something. Literally broke up the band because he can't control himself, and it's
Yeah.
just like that kind of power going to your head like that. It's almost demonic. Now, David, let me ask you something, because you're in the music biz. You've seen these people behind the scenes. Like what's your opinion about people that may be going into the real dark side? Like they're going into demonology. They're really doing some dark stuff. I mean, you have to cross paths.
Luckily, I've not come across too many of those. You hear stories from other bands and stuff, but I haven't really come across that. But I have come across a few people who are just really arseholey and stuff. And you sort of think to yourself, because to me, I always feel like an imposter. I have imposter syndrome to the max. And so when I'm about to walk out with my guitar and there's like 40,000 people out the front, I think, how the fuck did this happen to me? Do you know what I mean? It's like I've appreciated every single second, and the fact that this New Year's Eve gig is going to sort the mortgage for 3 months. Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't believe that.
I would call that blessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly. There's a dishwasher out there that's going to work 3 years for that money. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but I'm nothing special, and I'm not the best guitarist or drummer or bass player in the world.
Right place, right time, man. That's where you are.
I think the thing is, and it doesn't sound very rock and roll, but I turn up on time. I don't get pissed. It's just that's why I keep getting.
Courtesy goes across the board. Anybody appreciates somebody that respects their craft.
Yeah, but that's why that's why I think I get hired as well, is because, and I also know when to join in.
Absolutely, that would be besides just the talent.
Yeah, I think when
no
you're
matter
on
how good a person is, if they weren't on time and they were just like completely complaining all the time, literally it wouldn't last, no matter who the name is.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if you're, like I say, I'm sort of getting ready for a gig, and we're at the Royal Albert Hall in London or something, and it's like, whoa, and it's amazing. I remember playing the Royal Albert Hall, stepping out and seeing my mum and dad, and my sister in one of the boxes. That was a special one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I got there. I swear I don't know how I got.
Hammersmith Odeon?
Sorry?
A Hammersmith Odeon. You ever played that?
I haven't. I wish I had. I really do wish I had. And I'm not in the current lineup of Glenn's band. He's got the Glenn Matlock band, which is not the Philistines. But they just supported Alice Cooper for 3 nights at Hammersmith Odeon. I was so jealous. I just thought, oh fuck, why couldn't that have been the Philistines? But no, I missed that out. I missed that. I've been to Hammersmith Odeon tons of times. You know.
How far are you actually from that part of London?
About an hour and 50 minutes.
Oh, so you have to take you have to take the tube or the rail, right, to get there?
Well, usually if I'm going there for a job, yeah, I mean if I'm just going there as a citizen, yeah, but if I'm going there for a job, I tend to sort of go from the station that I've arrived at and get a cab, and then obviously you can charge your travel. You can charge your travel to the artist, so you know, not necessarily.
How far are you from Liverpool?
Liverpool a bit further. In a car, it would take me about, I would say, 4 hours.
Wow. Okay.
But yes,
So
I have played the Cavern Club. Yay!
Wow. Really? Lucky you.
Yeah, that's cool.
You mean the fake Cavern Club, the fake one?
Yes,
the fake one.
Yeah.
No, I actually have a brick from the original Cavern Club when they were like demolishing it. I bought a brick at a Beetle Fest once.
But didn't they just move it like? Didn't they just move it like 3 feet?
Yeah, they
to the
moved
left
it
or
around.
something?
Yeah, it's not the same.
They built it back to specification. They even got like the blueprints and everything to make it, you know, as reproduction as possible. But it's like
it's still got the arch.
It's 2 stores down from where the original location.
Yeah,
it's
not. It's not Matthew. It's still Matthew Street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. It's only 2 stores down from what I understand.
Now, have you ever been to Abbey Road?
Oh yeah.
You've been up the stairs. You've been into the building.
I have, and the thing is, my mate Jim, who I was in a band with, I'm still in a band with, called Atlantic Machine, but he's a producer by trade, and he's had about 5 or 6 #1 albums as a producer. So he does a lot of his stuff in Abbey Road, and he took me into Abbey Road, into Studio 2, which is the Beatles studio, and he said, right, do this, and he went over to this old piano, and he showed me the chord for Day in the Life, the last moment of Day in the Life, and that's the piano that did it.
Does that studio still smell? I heard it really smelled like smoke and mold and all.
No, you don't smoke in Abbey Road these days. No.
I mean, does it have that smell to it still, or?
No, because I mean they keep it really clean. So if it smells of anything, it smells clean. It smells of, like, you know, floor polish and stuff like that. So yeah, but
so when you heard that piano live doing that chord, was there a difference to you hearing it live than compared to hearing it on the record at all?
Yeah, because you have to think about it, Mello. It's like it's Studio 2, which has got such a high ceiling. And it's where they do the orchestra stuff and what have you. So it's like when Jim did it first, and he just went clang like that, and it just took so long to die, as it were. You know, it was amazing.
Do they still have the reverb room in Abbey Road?
Yeah,
the one with the plates. The plates in that room.
They do, yeah, and they still have the sort of mixing desk and everything is up the stairs and like above you. You know, and it's like they're watching from a window sort of thing, you know. But I get so excited about this stuff, and when I was doing an album once, and the producer, again Tony Visconti, but the producer decided to hire from Abbey Road. He hired one of the Beatles, like the original 4-track, the silver thing with the little levers.
Oh yeah, with those faders that kind of swooped up.
And I just basically put my hands on it, hoping that, you know, some talent would come my way. And he used that for EQ for something. I don't know what the technical thing was, but he also hired the desk for he hired the desk that Pink Floyd used for Dark Side of the Moon as well.
Dark Side of the Moon.
From
It's really weird. It's really weird that like all those studios in Abbey Road, Pink Floyd was over there, and like they had they were all over the place. Pink Floyd and Paul McCartney and the Beatles were in one section, and Pink Floyd was over there doing their thing. It was really cool.
I just wonder what if like literally today, if Paul McCartney goes there, do they charge Paul McCartney by the hour, literally, or like whenever he wants to go record, they probably just like carte blanche, like his own home studio almost, or Ringo, or anybody from the Beatles that made that place that much more famous. It's like they're family now to them. They're so linked to Abbey Road. It's like their own personal workplace. They can just go and do whatever because nobody's going to say no to them.
Paul has his own studios. He don't give a shit about Abbey Road anymore. I mean, honestly, he don't care.
I don't know about that because you can get only a sound.
He don't care. He don't care. He just wants it. He bought all the equipment, in the back room with all the equipment. He bought it all. He has his own studio. I love Paul. I love his music, but he's getting like really possessive of everything.
Yeah,
now.
but I still think that there's an atmosphere in a room that gets recorded that you can't replace in anywhere else in the world. It's only specified to that room.
It's like Sound City in the States where Nirvana,
you're not going to get it anywhere else. Electric Ladyland was the same way.
Smashing Pumpkins did their stuff in Sound City.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Smashing, yeah.
I wish REM would get back together. REM, they were like in a phenomenal band. They were. They really were. But REM,
I thought it was a very classy way that they finished. I felt it was very, it was very good. They sort of did it all together and said, "We're stopping before we get a bit. We're stopping before we get crap." Basically, is what they're saying,
Right. I'm sorry, Paul, I'm not focusing on you.
Paul McCartney only lives round the corner from Glen, and that's not far from Abbey Road. So. I imagine that even though he's got his own studio, I'd imagine that he probably still does certain things at Abbey Road because, like I say, he knows it so well. If you know a studio.
Now, what do you think of Giles Martin? Do you think he was like you think he has the ear that George did?
I do actually. Yeah, I do. I think he's an amazing engineer, and to be honest, if you've grown up with that as a background.
Oh my God!
But do you think that what he's put out mostly has been like just over? I don't know. I mean, I've listened to like his mixes. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are kind of like. I mean, I love the Love album. I think he did a great job with that. But see, he just doesn't. For some reason, he wants to get that feeling in the studio with microphones, like at a distance, and getting the Atmos like mixes. I mean, I think he kind of missed what his father did in a way. It's
but
like,
the guy literally, any recording question he ever needed, he just go to his dad and ask him, hey, Dad, man, how do you do this? And his dad is like, I mean, the ultimate teacher your entire life, as long as you've lived until the day George Martin died, you had somebody to like learn off of, watch over his shoulder. I'm sure when he was a kid, George brought him to the studio and he was immersed, just like a wrestler's son, Rey Mysterio's son now is Dominic Mysterio, one of the biggest wrestlers in the world. I mean, because he was immersed in wrestling his whole life. Same thing with Cody Rhodes, any of these guys, like when, The Rock, they were immersed in it from childhood.
But honestly, he was entitled. He was entitled because of his father's name, like that he was as good as him. And like, his father was like a musician. I don't know if Giles plays anything. I don't think he does.
It's like you can't compare the two. It's like the father, George Martin, set the whole world on fire with his abilities and things that nobody can do. It's like, can Don Jr. do what Don, Trump, the father, do? No. It's like the father set his own pace. The son is always going to be in the wake of the father. It's like You can't
Yeah,
really
you
get
know, the way I look at
no merits almost.
The way I look at the George Martin thing is that we've got the originals. We've got the George
Yeah,
Martin.
you know, and that's what I listen to.
I'm happy if somebody wants to have a little tinker with something and tidy
It's
something up,
okay to
whatever.
experiment, but you know, and it gets so confusing. Like, you know, and there's people that do like mashups and things with like the new Anthology 4. I mean, I don't want to mention Anthology 4, but you know what? I collected bootlegs for like 50 years, 40 years. And I've heard whatever there is, with it. And like the bootleggers are like better at it. I'm telling you.
Some are.
You know?
Some are.
I mean,
that goes with everything, good and bad.
I have spoken.
But it's okay. At least we got it all. I just want to hear things, I want to hear before I croak, I want to hear certain things. And it's not carnival like, because I don't care about that. I like, I'm interested in the recording process. I know a lot of tapes are gone. I know a lot of people in Japan own these tapes. And like, it's like, I just want to hear some of it just to like analyze the progression of the song.
That's the thing, James, because recently they went off and on YouTube you can listen to the What Goes On demo, and it almost sounds like the Beatles channeling the Everly Brothers. It's kind of actually a very
I heard that
interesting.
a couple of days ago. Yes,
and then
and there's always
Paul's
stuff
demo
out
of
there.
Love of the Loved, and then some January 1963 take of Misery. I think they said they might have recorded it in an empty cavern club. So where the hell was that stuff a few months ago?
And Paul owns a whole tape that he bought because he didn't want it out of the Cavern Club tapes. He has a whole tape, probably about 45 minutes of it. He owns it. He don't want it out. Sorry, he don't want it out.
We all have our own sort of like, even sort of like subliminal views on these things. Like Mr. Stickermania now is an absolute expert. I love the fact that he says, I only listened to Beatles vinyl pressings before 1982. That's his own personal sort of view. I've got a friend of mine who's into rock and roll, just 50s rock and roll. He does not own a single record that came out after 1962 because in his opinion, he says the Beatles came along and ruined everything.
Geez.
I lived with a guy that was like that. The guy that used to own this house before he passed away, literally. He was one of those guys. He used to blame the Beatles on the Everly Brothers not being on the charts no more, that Elvis was now, not, passe. And that's just no movie I Want to Hold Your Hand. The one guy was like the Four
Elvis
Seasons
never had
guy.
a number one hit after the Beatles hit. He never had until like the 70s.
Suspicious Minds, that was it.
Suspicious Minds and maybe Burning Love. But after the Beatles hit, he just went down. You might as well give it to Freddie and the Dreamers. You
can't take away people's legacy. I mean, it's just
no, you can't.
Even John Lennon was upset that Everly Brothers weren't on the charts no more. It wasn't his fault. It was the record companies that were pushing the new thing, and they were dropping the old, just like hair metal went out when Grunge came in. Same difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, can you play that link to that song that I sent you?
Actually, I would, but here's the thing: what you guys didn't know, and you didn't know either. We're going to save that if that's okay with you to tomorrow. We're gonna do a show tomorrow because I'm about ready to wrap this up. I'm sorry, I know, but I gotta get up early, and I want.
It's 5:30 here.
Yeah, is it? Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be 11:30 here, but I want to thank everybody that has watched this over the last 15 years, that we made it to this 1,000 episode milestone. I've got great people up here on screen. I've got great people in the audience. I told you guys in my introduction to the channel here, you guys are what the hell makes this show. It ain't me. I'm just a big fat bearded idiot that's the air traffic controller. You guys are what help make this show. That's all I'm saying. And I love
you, Paul.
I appreciate it.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
And,
Happy Christmas to everybody.
And in my head, anyway, in the schedule, we're not going to do a late night show tomorrow, okay? And there's reasons for that. So we'll probably do a late afternoon, early evening show tomorrow for Christmas. I know it's Christmas. Not everybody, obviously.
Maybe with family tomorrow. I'll be looking on my phone to see what can go on.
It could be a short hour show for all I know, but I wanted to
if I
get
can
this
just
out.
break away to say hello, even I'll definitely try to stop in.
And thank you very much. Yes, we'll go to that and that. And thank you, Thank you, Frank. Seriously. And
we
Yummy
love
Vinyl coming
everybody.
in
It's
is
so
absolutely
amazing.
right. Take care.
It's one of
God
the
bless.
best shows.
Rock on and Merry Christmas.
Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.